around 28 million Americans reportedly have already cast their ballots in this election. Over the past week, we've seen massive early voting lines in multiple states, part of what's expected to be a record turnout.
Turnout is shattering records across the country. According to some estimates, voters have so far cast more than 6 times the amount of ballots compared to the same time period 4 years ago.
The number of Hawaii residents who have already voted this year is more than the total number of Hawaii residents who have voted in any previous election since Hawaii became a state.
Before polls even opened today, the state has smashed records with nearly 4 million early votes. There was a more than 550% increase in absentee-by-mail ballots compared to 2016.
Former Vice President Joe Biden has made history. He has now surpassed his former running mate Barack Obama for the most votes ever received in a presidential election. That's without the final numbers in yet.
Why does this year matter so much to you?
Because of where the country's at right now, you know? I see the country divided. I don't like that.
From what you're seeing, who do you think is going to win in 2020?
Trump.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Well, I see more Trump signs than I do Biden signs.
Enthusiasm is reaching a fever pitch in the Sunshine State.
We win Florida, and it's all over.
We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
Well, it's Trump's last chance. It's his last card. He has no other cards to play.
President Donald Trump is also claiming victory, though, while his team launched legal action and fired off accusations of fraud, cheating and vote rigging.
A day after the election, it's getting ugly. Trump supporters in Detroit laying siege to a counting centre, pumped up by a president fearing defeat by his Democratic rival.
Democrats know that the only way that they could win this election is to cheat in Pennsylvania. And we've seen it from day one. We've seen it from day one.
Not a single Republican has been able to look at any one of these mail ballots. They could be from Mars, as far as we're concerned, or they could be from the Democratic National Committee.
It is a sign, I think, of desperation that the Trump campaign is reacting this way, and it's very unfortunate for the country.
They voted for change, and on the second night of waiting, their patience ran out. The National Guard called in as violence returned to Portland. And countless arrests in New York as the president's desperate rally call to stop the votes fueled the swift response from Biden supporters.
Demand democracy.
Taking to the streets in Chicago, Washington and Philadelphia with new banners and a new message. Joe Biden placard in a resident's front yard saw neighbours face off. Trump supporters, one armed with a semi-automatic rifle, even turned on Fox News in Arizona after the conservative channel called the state for Joe Biden.
Shame on Fox! Shame on Fox!
And as the indecision rolls on, the country remains divided as ever.
President Trump so far has declined to concede and has pledged to mount legal challenges in several closely contested states. Despite that, Biden's transition team is moving quickly, and their first order of business is dealing with the pandemic. Biden will reportedly name former Surgeon General Dr. Vivek Murthy and former FDA Commissioner David Kessler as co-chairs of his coronavirus task force. Meanwhile, the president's advisors are reportedly split on whether to concede the election. CNN is reporting that son-in-law Jared Kushner and First Lady Melania Trump have advised him to come to terms with Biden's victory, but the president's 2 sons, Don Jr. and Eric, are urging him and other Republicans to press on with rejecting the results. Trump is also reportedly considering holding campaign-style rallies to amplify his message of voter fraud.